And that was really fine.
And here we have the Medford 6 that went into court today in municipal court. How did it go?
Well, it went fine, but
Yeah, we had fines, $150
we each got
fine.
$150, but we didn't get to say anything to the court. The judge wasn't into listening to us. Here's the, here's my receipt and my copy of my, so we got fined for trespass of premises, or $150 each, and we pled no contest. So in other words, we were saying that we realized that the city could prove the charges against us, but we what we would have said is that we felt like we were doing something for a higher cause. And
what was that higher cause, Alan? What was that about?
It was about putting a spotlight on Greg Walden, our so-called representative in Congress, who is not representing the vast majority of people in the district, even though they don't really understand that. He's representing the ultra-wealthy and the large corporations that give him tens of thousands of dollars each election cycle for his campaign. And he does their bidding by voting the way they want him to vote. Of course, he votes almost total Republican Party line, and he's in the leadership of the House of Representatives and does John Boehner's bidding, Boehner being the Speaker of the House.
And so you feel it's a moneyed interest problem there?
Well, I think it's a big problem, and I think that although congressmen always say that money doesn't, that contributions don't sway them, but it does, and it gives the givers of the contributions access to the congressman, to his staff, to the committee staff, and they are able to actually write much of the legislation that gets turned into law.
So he's having meetings with them, but yet he won't have a town hall with us.
And he meets often with industry leaders, chambers of commerce. He came to town 11 times, they say, in 2011. None of those times, as far as I know, were a town hall meeting where the average citizen could come and ask a question of the congressman, or make a demand to the congressman, or say anything to the congressman. Mostly, we never knew when he was coming to town until after he had left, because he would his people would notify the news media, and they would go and interview him at the chamber breakfast or whatever event he went to. But the public never knew about it until a story came out in the paper or came out on TV.
Alan,
so that's how he operated.
would you do me a favor and introduce me to the people here?
Okay.
I know that the people watching this film would like to know who was involved.
Okay. Well, that's Marge Settler. She was with us almost all day on December 5th when we sat in the office of Greg Walden. She chose not to get arrested, but she was an integral part of this action. And that's Deborah Rothschild. She was one of the Medford 6 that got arrested and paid a $150 fine today. Daniel Guy of Medford. He's the president of the Veterans for Peace, Rogue Valley Chapter 156, and one of the Medford 6. And there's Ivan Holan. He's a member of every progressive organization in the valley. It seems like,
including veterans.
Including Veterans for Peace and CPJ and Southern Oregon Jobs with Justice and on and on. So,
and who's this nice lady?
Oh, that's Mary Madsen. She's one of the original members of Citizens for Peace and Justice and one of the Medford 6. And Collateral Repair Project, yes.
Wow, and who's this gentleman?
Well, that's Herbert. He's one of our main men. He's one of our most articulate spokesmen.
Herbert Rothschild?
Yes.
Yes.
Linda?
Yes.
I'd like to say that one thing. Three of us represent the Social Justice and Action Committee at the Rogue Valley Unitarian Universalist Fellowship. Marge is our chair, and we're proud to represent our congregation, too.
And you're ladies of faith.
Yes, we are.
And a lot of people believe that peace is founded on social economic justice, and a lot of these issues are around this, isn't it?
Yes.
That where the money is and where the money isn't, really affects people's lives. So it's very, this isn't a partisan issue. This is really about people being able to live well, to have jobs, to have access to health care. What are some of the other issues that are important here?
Linda, I'd like to speak briefly to that, I think. I'd also like to thank the supporters who waited outside in the cold. $150 for this act of civil disobedience. The price was totally worth it for the sound of those supporters saying, this is what democracy looks like. I will remember that to my dying day. Thank you. I want to
Thank
thank
you.
those supporters for being out there in the cold.
But this will move it back.
Well, I know that we'll have plenty of time to get more information from all of you because I'll be coming and talking to you. So for the people who are watching this video, keep coming to the website because there's plenty going on and this is where you'll find it.